All right, and I'll kind of hunker down your level. Appreciate you doing this.
Oh, sure.
Thanks a lot. All right, we're hanging out with Adam Hughes, and I've got a deep dark secret to share with you right out of the gate.
Okay.
I met you, I believe, in 1989 at Heroes Con.
Oh, okay.
You were, and it was a small con, of course, back in the day, but that was right before you broke out really big. And I have to say, as an 18-year-old kid meeting you at the con, you really were a big influence and a big inspiration to me because you were so nice and so approachable. And I was such a huge fan of yours. And because of the success that came in the next couple of years after that, I've been rooting for you. I've been a fan of yours all these years. I'm super happy to see that you are one of the superstars of comics.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm glad I wasn't, a ass to you when you were younger. Yay.
Yeah, no, it's great. You were doing the Mays Agency book, and I even had you do a sketch of Jennifer Mays at that very first con. I think I paid $15 for it.
Prices have gone up.
They've gone up just a little bit, a little bit. So it's so good to see you back at a Heroes Con of sorts here at the Mini Con.
Yeah.
How's the day been for you?
Just a big, wet hot blur. It's you're trying to cram everything into one day. We had the VIP thing last night, and not as many people came to it as came here today to the, not very important person part of the show,
Right.
And it's just been nonstop all day long. So, got my wife here. We've got help from the CGC people. We brought our dogs. It's just one big giant.
It's a family vacation day.
Ostensibly, I'm having fun on my vacations, and I feel like I'm working here. So
For sure. Now, what's the most interesting thing you've been asked to draw today? Is there anything that's kind of stood out?
I drew all of the Endless, all of Neil Gaiman's The Endless, on 8 different Sandman overture sketch covers.
Oh, wow. Is there a specific connection to that, or just somebody wanted that?
Somebody wanted it.
Yeah.
I'll draw anything. I have no, great thing about having no pride is you also have no shame. You'll just, whatever they want, I draw for them. But I loved drawing the Sandman characters because I only recently started reading the book last year.
Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty cool then. And of course, the no shame thing, you did get your start in the 80s in the comics industry, so you learned from the best, right?
This is true. This is true.
Now, who influences you? I mean, I remember back in the day loving your artwork right from the jump. The very first time I saw it, I was a big fan of your artwork. But who are you a fan of?
Oh, golly, I can't even keep track of them all. I'm always a Mignola fan, always a Kevin Nolan fan. But just there's whole crops of new artists that inspire me. Partly because they're brilliant and magnificent, and partly because I can feel them stealing my jobs. This is like going to the grocery store. It's like, oh, I know everything I want. And then the minute you walk in the grocery store, you're like, I forget all of it. So the minute somebody asks me who my favorite artists are or my influences are, I just draw a complete and utter mental blank.
Well, your name is on the top of a lot of artists' lists when they get asked that question. So that's quite a ways to come in the, 32 years since I first saw you. Can you believe that, by the way? You're like coming up into your 4th decade in the business.
Yeah. It hurts. It sucks. Everything is a pain, and all I care about anymore is comfort. It's like all I care about are my shoes comfortable? Does my back not hurt? It's cold in here, Like it really seems to be my only preoccupation. So.
Well, hopefully you have a nice, comfortable drawing space.
Yeah, I've got my own studio, and it's my place of retreat. So.
Now, as a fan of yours, I know I don't get to see your work in a regular title as much anymore. You're obviously very busy. You're one of the most in-demand cover artists, I think, that's out there. And you keep cranking out some just phenomenal covers, DC, Marvel, what have you. But do you ever miss doing a monthly book? I mean, I know it's a loaded question, right?
Yeah, no, I don't miss doing a monthly book, because a monthly book is grueling work, and it's work for the young.
It's a young man's game.
It's a young person's game, and not for me, But I still keep my hand in interiors, and I've got a Hellboy one shot that I'm wrapping up. Should be out very, very soon, and then a few more small interior jobs, and covers for everybody.
Covers for everybody. Everyone gets a cover. It's like you're the Oprah of the comics industry when it comes to that. But a final question for you, and then I'll let you get back to drawing Hellboy. I see that's on your table now. If there was a secret Adam Hughes, this is my bucket list, the one project I want to do before all those young whippersnappers either take your job or before you hang up the hat, is there something that's left undone that you really want to get to at some point?
Inheriting a large sum of money.
I mean, in comics. Comics. There's no money in comics.
If I inherited it from someone in comics, I wouldn't split hairs. It still spends the same.
There you go.
No, maybe I'd love to start doing my own stuff. I've drawn everybody else's characters, it seems. So maybe maybe it'd be nice to do my own stuff if I could find a way.
Yeah. Well, here's hoping that you find a way. And here's one fan of yours who will be looking for that Adam Hughes dream project coming down the road. Man, I really appreciate you spending a couple of minutes with us today.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
My pleasure.